Good late afternoon, everybody. We're here at Gill Stadium for a Sweeney Post, hopefully doubleheader, barring the rain that is supposed to come in later. Andrew Art and Michael Gonzalez with you for both of these games. We got Bedford and Sweeney Post. Bedford, not a deep bench today. In fact, they don't have a single sub, just 9 guys on their lineup. We've got Plamondon, the West High graduate of last year, on the mound here for Sweeney.
Yeah, excited to see Plamondon come back after seeing him in high school a couple years ago and last year. Obviously, we didn't see him this year, so it's good to see him back in action, as you can play at 19 years old in this league.
Plays for Riviere in Nashua right now, and he had a pretty good freshman season. I know we got in at shortstop and second base a couple of times. Voveris fouls that one off for strike 2 already.
You mentioned the non-bench for Bedford, and that is a definite factor. You'd hate to see them without an outfielder, you know?
Right. I mean, you see Sweeney, they've got 17, 18 guys rostered here, almost a second complete team as Plamondon deals up high for ball 1.
Yeah, sometimes, this, I believe, is a roster district game. Sometimes they do play non-roster district games. In that case, you can kind of fool around, maybe borrow a person. But if it's a rostered game, then there'll be none of that tonight.
I believe that's what this is.
Ooh.
Voveris might have just broken his bat. Slow roller. DeWitty's going to try to throw, but that's a tough play to make. Yeah, Voveris is on with an infield single.
It's a little weird seeing DeWitty at third, and then you see Castro at short. I'm surprised they didn't swap positions because during the season they would be in the other position respectively. Like Castro is a great hot corner guy, and you always see DeWitty either pitching or playing short for Central West.
Well, Griffin Logue's at second base, so it's interesting infield they've got.
And then you got Plamondon, who's their normal starting shortstop pitching. So it's a little variety today. Bedford, on the other hand, they just play wherever they can.
Good pickoff move try by Plamondon there, not able to get Voveris. He's got Joe Blaine at the plate here.
One thing's for sure is they got a solid first baseman in Rivera there.
Absolutely. He's continuing playing for now.
Which is interesting as well because you would usually see his brother Xander play first base. So
that is Xander.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yep.
So it's a lot of juggling going on.
Absolutely. I mean, this is basically it's a Central Memorial West All-Star team as Voveris is going to take off the late throw from Andrew Wall. I think that may have slipped because he was looking down at his hand. But Voveris is in there with a stolen base, so already runner in scoring position here for Bedford.
Yeah, you could see that lead. He checked on him a couple times, but to touch on your point, a lot of kids are playing New Hampshire prospects nowadays. Yeah. And that's been kind of taken from the pool of players.
All the AAU teams, Granite Heat, Prospects, Bobcats, all of those AAU teams.
You see that it's becoming a trend, and it's a shame because the American Legion is a really cool league. I love the throwback wooden bats. I love the 9 innings. It's really cool to be a part of it.
Legion ball has been around forever, and these AAU teams haven't, as that one's grounded to second. Logue makes a play over to Rivera, but it moves Voveris up. So with 1 out, Connor Bergeron will come to the plate and try to get Bedford on top 1-0.
I think what you'll see is a lot of the 19-year-olds will always play Legion because it's that option too.
Right.
Versus the AAU, it cuts off at 18. So some of the best players in the state, like Jackson Marshall, they all play AAU, but when they're 19, you can count on them probably playing in this league.
Like you look at a guy like Plamondon pitching here in Legion ball is, wow, Bergeron got a lot more of that one than I thought. May backtracks to make the catch. The throw to the plate is not in time. Voveris slides in, and the sacrifice works like a charm as Bedford is on top 1-0.
Yeah, he did his job, got one out to right. Decent throw, but really had no chance with that nice style slide right there he did at home. A sweep slide, they call that.
We've got Colin Chardonnay to play now, third baseman. So some of these guys you definitely have heard of. The next one, Jake Oster, played for Bedford. I believe Voveris played for Trinity last year. So these are some pretty common names you're hearing here for this Bedford team.
Oh, absolutely, on both squads too.
Chardonnay pops that one up behind us out of play. As I was saying before, a guy like Plamondon, he's trying to stay loose because he played in college last year. He had a good first season there, and he's playing Legion because he still can, and he's trying to stay loose. So,
yeah, I feel like a lot of people will be taking advantage of that. They just did that about 10 years ago, I believe, added that extra year. And that's what it's for, is to keep loose between your college season and fall ball when you return to school. A lot of baseball players in college will play fall baseball and spring baseball.
It's a year-round sport once you get to that level.
Absolutely.
Chardonnay takes strike 2. His count is even 2-2 as well as 2 outs. So 2's all over the board here.
Yeah, if he can get out of this with a knockout, there'd be minimal damage.
That is popped sky high in the air. DeWitty camps under that one and makes the catch for the 3rd out. So Bedford able to get on top in their first ups, but when we return for the bottom of the 1st inning, Sweeney will have the top of their order. Ethan May, Jacob Plamondon, and Manny Castro. That'll be when we return in just a few moments. Bottom of the 1st here from Gill Stadium. Andrew Arndt, Michael Gonzalez here for Manchester Public Television's coverage of Legion baseball. Feels weird not saying high school, but I think that we've got a new favorite name here as Fenway and Jet Jones have been dethroned. We got Steele Lampert on the mound here, Gonzo. You think that one dethrones?
I mean, I like it.
Whoa.
Nice turn on that.
Ethan May got a lot of that one, sends it over into the soccer net, but it'll just be a long strike 1.
How can you not like that name? It's awesome.
Sounds like a superhero name.
It does.
Steele Lampert.
It's a deceiving delivery. It's a lefty pitcher. Doesn't throw, super fast, but it's also hidden well. You can. It's hard to pick up what he holds the glove right to the ball at the last second.
He also hides his arm really till it clears his head, so
right.
You can't really tell. Some guys, make it obvious with the position of their arm.
Yeah.
He doesn't. He's got it hidden really well. He's going to keep May guessing. That's what he did and missed it. Maggie Fox right in front of the plate makes the play for out number 1.
Maggie Fox with a nice play right there. As we've seen, it's not so easy here at Jim Schubert Field at Gill Stadium. We see a lot of times that ball hits the ground, and that time it didn't. So good job.
Perfect tracking there as we've got Jacob Plamondon at the plate, the pitcher, using a nice pink bat. I do like the aspect of the wooden bats. Way better sound than metal. Yeah,
it's a cool little thing. You're not going to see. Although, I'll tell you what, if you hit one right on the nuts, right in that sweet spot, then the ball really goes really well.
Oh, yeah. Wooden's fun.
You can get it more of a pop on it if you get it on that right spot. But metal, gives you a little more leniency anyway.
Yeah, I played last year, and I hit it right on the sweet spot of wood and put a 2-hopper in front of the batting cages out there.
Attaboy.
Back in my playing days. As Plamondon got a ton of that one. That's heading towards the pole, but blown
Ooh, that a
way
field goal?
Foul. It was. It went through the upright and into the net over there. That looked like from off the bat that it might hook around that pole, but I think he got a little bit too out in front of it as it just hooked.
Yeah, it definitely had the distance, I would say.
Absolutely did.
Get that 312 marker.
And hit whoever's parked over there.
Nice. Looked like a decent pitch to swing it, and he's got a hitter's count now.
Yeah, it was just off-speed pitch that just stayed up. 3-1 from Lampert.
So
strike 2.
The thing about that off-speed pitch right there, now his fastball, we'll agree, isn't that, impressively dominant. But when you throw it after a changeup, then it kind of looks a little faster than it really is.
Plamondon will take a walk, so he's the first base runner for Sweeney, as it looks like Ryan Cunningham over there out by the soccer net. It looks like he got a promotion. He's the ball boy here for this Sweeney team. It's funny to see after he just came off a pretty good season pitching for Memorial.
Is that true? He's the
yeah.
ball boy now?
No, he's rostered. He's got the day off. He's not pitching today, so he'll pretty much be just a pitcher. A couple of guys, him, McNelly, Memorial will just be pitchers.
So I saw a couple names that I'm seeing today that we didn't see in the rained out game.
So that's the thing with the lefty too. He's got a good pickoff moves. Castro is at the plate here for Memorial.
I feel
No
like
Allstate for him, by the way.
I feel like if you're born lefty, it kind of just naturally comes with a good
Yep.
pickoff move.
Yeah, Castro unfortunately did not make any All-State team, which I feel like is a little bit of a snub.
I touched upon that last time, and I agree with you. I think he should have not only
He
made
sends
All-State.
that one. That one is hit to center field, tracked down by Voveris as Plamondon was over halfway down that line there heading to second. Castro got it off a little bit of a dead spot of that bat, it looked like, for the second out of the inning.
As I was saying, I think not only should he have made All-State, I would even say he should have made first-team All-State with his 400-plus batting average, his RBIs.
Home run, too.
And the way they turned around that season, he was definitely one of the best players in the state.
Plamondon cutting a pick off the throw from Chardonnay,
Yeah.
and we are going to be in a pickle here.
Yeah, see what he does. Not bad, though.
No, umpire says he missed him.
But then he got.
No, he got in.
Did he know it?
Wow.
Unbelievable.
So, Ryan O'Connor was the first baseman over there who couldn't get it done.
Best pickle I've ever seen.
And, yeah, coach is going to go out there and talk.
He's going to be like, what happened?
Yeah, he's going to want to know what happened. And I do feel like Dave Webster owes him a little bit of a explanation here.
He's going to say either he tagged him or he was out of the base path. Which is it? That's his argument. But from our, you have is no distinct line. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's a judgment call. So he got picked off, and now he's a duck.
Yeah, he's in scoring position here for a good cleanup hitter in Rivera. I mean, one of the last times I saw his at bat, he put one over almost out of Gill Stadium. So
yeah, he crushed it right into the hitting cage, left center field.
Don't quite know if the wood bat's got the power to do that, but
well, I'll tell you what, breaking a wooden bat though, it can cost you $50 each time.
it sucks. I've done it way too many times.
Just like a hockey stick, you think it's not. Everything costs.
It also hurts your hands. It's not a good feeling breaking it.
Nice
Rivera
rip.
sends that one up the middle. Voveris is going to come up gunning. The throw to the plate is cut by O'Connor. Plamondon scores, and this one's tied at 1.
So Plamondon gets out of that pickle, and he turns into a tying run there. So kudos to you, number 2. And how about that base hit right up the middle? No doubter.
His perfect placement. I mean, you saw it curl around. Voveris had a little bit of trouble with it, but now you really got to wonder if that was the right call with Plamondon getting out of that, because now it came back to bite Bedford, and this game's tied.
Yeah, I knew he's checking on it. So you got to be careful if you're Rivera, but you can count on one thing. He's going at some point.
For sure.
This at bat.
Maybe not on the first pitch, but
it'd be crazy not to with his speed, and you want to deliver another duck on the pond there.
Marcoux at the plate here, the
lead.
center fielder. He's not going yet. Ball too high, so
he's kind of feeling him out here. You can see this would be the pitch, probably 2-0 count.
2-0 count, I think. Yeah, I feel like this one would be the.
He might check on him though.
Calls timeout. Marcoux, the central West player here, playing center field today. So we saw some of them, and then we saw nothing of them, and then we saw them again. So interesting high school season for him, but this is a good way to stay loose for him too, is playing with this competition here in Legion.
Yeah, seasons are like that, especially in baseball. It's a hot and cold, streaky sport. You can be on top of the world, and then next week you can't buy a walk. Right
on the corner there for strike 1. I feel like that was going to be a strike almost no matter what, unless it obviously missed.
He's got to be going here.
I feel like on a hitter's count, why not try the hit and run, no?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I would say, too. I mean, just judging by his body language, he's going to be going. But he's doing a good job checking on him. Steele's doing a good job checking on him.
Pretty far off that bag.
Wow.
Nothing. Marcoux pops that one up.
That's going to fall.
Into right field. Coming on was Elmer, makes the play for the third out, but Plamondon goes around to score thanks to getting out of that pickle and the Xander Rivera base hit. We'll be right back with the top of the second inning. We're back top of the second inning here from Gill Stadium. Tied at 1-1 now because Plamondon just scored back on the mound here for some more pitching action as we've got Jake Oster leading off here for Bedford.
Yeah, it's a different pace between pitchers here. I can say that. Plamondon definitely throws a little harder.
Yeah, Plamondon, somewhere in the 80s for him is where he throws. But Oster, pretty good player, can easily turn this game around for Bedford. I mean, it's not necessarily going in the right direction. You know, they got the run in the first inning, then they gave it up. But eventually they're going to become tired because they don't have any subs.
Well, yeah, this is the sport if you had to have that situation. You don't want it for football or hockey or anything like that. But
look out. Inside.
4 straight.
4-ball-4.
Yeah,
very rare 4-pitch walk.
Yeah.
Ryan O'Connor, the first baseman at the plate now, unfortunately somehow couldn't get Plamondon out of that pickle because when he was in there, he looked like a dead duck.
So we recognize this name from basketball, I feel like, correct?
Oh, no one gets by Wall. Easy stolen base. Oster takes the turn, but will stay at second. And I don't believe that this is a basketball player. You might be thinking of O'Connell, which it's not him. But I don't recognize the name O'Connor from basketball.
Lefty approach. It's always a different look if you're pitching.
Sent the opposite way, coming on his canny. That's going to fall into no man's land. Oster going to take the turn. Really, that was...
Are you surprised at that?
Oh, man, that was really weird as nobody was paying attention there. I mean, maybe that was planned there by Oster. He take the big turn and then turn around.
Well, he got held
O'Connor
up.
got up to second.
Coach put the red light on right at the last second, and if you're a player on the team and you run a red light, you're in big trouble.
Yeah.
So he did the thing. No outs, 2 ducks on the pond. See what happens here.
Maggie Fox in perfect position to try to get her team back on top. Unfortunately, when Bedford played Central here, we did not get to see her.
Well, we're seeing her now, and here's your time to shine.
Catcher for this team takes strike one. Looked like that was pretty right down the middle.
Yeah. So this is a big spot for Bedford here. You want to get as much. And I'm not sure if they're doing the 7-inning or 9-inning doubleheader thing. I know when the Fisher Cats do a doubleheader, they go 7.
Yeah.
So they might be adjusting that.
That's the new MLB rule, too, is 7 innings. But we will see as Fox, that one is popped up to Castro. From my angle, looked like that might have fallen in, but Castro reels it in for out number 1.
Yeah, we're used to it. It's different with the wooden bats. It kind of dies down a little bit. It doesn't get that same backspin on the ball. So we're gonna have to adjust as well.
Steele Lampert at the plate here, the lefty pitcher, steps in against Plamondon. Swing and a miss, strike one. Plamondon gassed him up right there.
That was old number 1 right there. And no doubter, right on the inside corner, tough pitch right there.
Perfect pitch. I mean, you got to have really quick hands to turn on that as a lefty.
It looked like he got the sign for a curve, and he kind of said, nah, I want to keep running that fastball right there.
Plamondon, very good pitcher, obviously. Probably just knows what he's throwing.
Yeah. Nice job keeping that.
Big swing and a miss there, too. Strike 2.
An underrated play right there. Keeping that ball in front of you. It's a selfless position. It's not fun. Catcher's going to be the worst.
Yeah, I think it's got to be one of the hardest positions in all sports, up there with any goalie, as Lampert grounds out one right to Plamondon. He'll check the runner, throw to first for out number 2. Everybody stays put.
Get a chance of getting out of this, Andrew.
Bowden Smith here for Bedford at the plate. He played for the Bulldogs this year, and he was the pitcher we saw against Central, who came in for the save as Bedford came from behind to win that one. And he got in a little bit of trouble, but I had said that he is real good under pressure. That's exactly what he was. And here's some pressure for you, too. 2 outs, both runners in scoring position.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if I'm him, I'm sitting on that fastball. I'm swinging right away. Because Pomon is dealing hard right now. Whoa,
Look
coming
out.
at us. Dang.
Bowden trying to kill me here. A close friend of mine down there is
I think this
just
is
missed by a little bit.
We might have a good shot at this today. We got 2 open windows, wooden bat, 2 games, perhaps.
Yeah.
It does come in quick, though, doesn't it?
It does. I mean, that one came in pretty quick, and I think it would have came in the window if that giant window was open, which it'll never be for baseball. I couldn't even imagine if we had that thing open.
It does come quick, though. Well, I'll talk till it happens.
Yeah.
Then I'm like,
Yeah, you always say you want to catch one. I mean, when Rivera sent one at the window in one of those games, I mean, that's the closest we've ever been because that was maybe 3 inches above the open window.
I'll tell you what, Plamanen is 2 strikes away from getting out of this jam right
know
here.
He's just trying to get out of the inning. He's not trying to be fancy. He just wants to get out of this inning.
Yeah.
Smith on the ground. DeWitty's going to take his time, throw over to Rivera, and
right.
they get out of it. No damage done for Bedford. 2 runners in scoring position with no outs, but 3 straight outs there for Sweeney as they get out of the top of the second inning with no damage done. They'll come and have a pretty good part of their order. Wall, Logue, and DeWitty up when we return for more Legion baseball action. Bottom of the second inning here at Gill Stadium. Andrew Arndt and Michael Gonzalez joining you for Manchester Public Television's coverage of Legion baseball. And we've got the catcher, Andrew Wall, leading us off here.
Yeah, good opportunity to get on the base pass and start it off.
I feel like he was a pretty good help last inning with Plamondon telling him what pitches to throw to get out of that inning, because that looked like we were going to see a Bedford lead possibly, but the 7, 8, 9 hitters went down 1, 2, 3 after the middle hitters did their job to get on.
I would have bet the farm they were going to score, but a good job getting that pop up and then getting that ground out. So the fielders came through for him.
3-0 here to Wall. Do we think he gets the green light?
Why not?
Nope. Nope.
Today would be
one.
the day to do it, I'd say. Swing from the heavens.
It's 3-1 count here. Lampert gets his sign from Fox. Deals that one. Is sent way back. Way back. And
oh, man. Big shot.
thought that might have had a chance of hitting the fence, but it's a one bouncer off the fence. Andrew Wall with speed brings the arrow out and fires it into the sky for his double celebration. That's a huge way to start off the inning here for Sweeney.
Yeah, he's content with going for 2 on that one. Didn't see any turn for 3, but that was way over his head. Burnt toast, they call that.
I really thought that had a shot of getting right off the fence, but I think the wind may be a factor here.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of real estate. It says 312, but really all it takes is a couple feet to the right, and it turns into 380 quick.
Yeah, it gets blown to the right a little bit.
But big shot by the big man, and they're on the verge of getting a lead here if they can convert.
His classic double celebration with the pulling the arrow out of his back. Did that last year all the time for Memorial as Logue takes strike 2.
You know, you see some hitters get more doubles than singles, you know. You see it all the time. Like Big Poppy, he's a guy that would either get a home run or a double all the time.
Well, Andrew Wall hits the ball extremely hard. You know, he's not going to be stealing, but he hits the ball real hard, so it's probably going to be a double each time, and he's fast enough where he can leg out doubles.
Oh yeah, definitely very capable out there as a base runner, and if the ball gets past, he'll go for third in the right
Little
situation.
interesting type of play there.
Yeah, he took the bat with him just in case
he
needed to protect himself, I guess.
He didn't really know what to do. He kind of started running late because there's no signal.
He just kept
from
the bat in
umpire.
his hand.
Yeah, I mean, maybe get in the duel with O'Connor over there.
I hope not. It's in the pledges that they won't.
Right. 2-2 here from Lampert inside ball 3. So we're going to have our first full count of the game here.
I mean, part of the success for Wall right there was getting that hitter's count 3-1. So, 3-2 count here, you get more opportunity to get a nice pitch here.
Payoff pitch from Lampert is popped into the sky. Voveris is under it and makes the catch for out number 1.
Yeah, it didn't look like it had enough distance to turn into a sacrifice, but got some wood on it, and he's a little frustrated with himself.
Yeah, probably a little bit. He missed on that opportunity 3-1.
It's hard to pitch. It's hard to hit, number one, a lefty. But an off-speed pitcher, it's not easy to time it right. It really is tough.
Third baseman Amar DeWitty in here. He's, like Plamondon, is playing this to stay warm because he is expected to have a big senior season next year for the Knights.
Yeah, I was impressed by his not only pitching, but his steady Eddie over there at shortstop.
He had a great season.
He really did. He was a tough out. He hit fourth all year long. It seemed like he got a hit every game. I can't remember a game where he had a bad game.
Honestly, he probably did. When he was pitching, he was just focused on that, but he probably did get a hit.
Yeah.
Pretty much every single game.
Some timely hits, too. Like an unassuming season, but I bet you, he could have made third team All-State, I would say.
Yeah, it's tough to get looks for teams like this as he obviously just wanted to move Wall over as he grounds out. Pretty easy play there for Connor Bergeron for the second out of the inning.
He was fooled by the off-speed pitch. He lunged at it, and, him as well. He's a little frustrated with himself, you can tell.
Yeah.
As he hit his helmet with his hand,
Ben Canny at the plate here, the 9-hitter for Sweeney.
We saw him doing the catching duties last game, so switched it up into the outfield now.
Lefty here. He was on the Pioneers all season for high school ball.
So we see here, this is and again, you got to keep the ball in front of you. If you're, Maggie, what's her last name?
Fox.
Maggie Fox, you got to keep the ball in front of you, and she's done that so far. So it'll be interesting if it gets by. It'll be a nice play at the plate.
Yeah, we'll see if
I think you can run into the catcher in this league, too.
If Wall be on the move. That one missed for ball 1. But it's interesting to see the lefty-lefty matchup in such a big situation with Wall on third as that one misses for ball 2.
What's interesting to both of them, though, they're not used to it. So if you're a lefty pitcher,
12 on 12 here. I just noticed that, too.
You're used to hitting. You're used to pitching to righties, and if you're a lefty hitter, you're used to hitting against righties, too.
He sends that one over to second. Bergeron trying to make the play. Did not.
Good job.
As Wall scores, and Canny is safe at first, and Ethan May will come up to the plate here for Sweeney.
Yeah, good effort. Had all the time in the world, but he couldn't find it. It kind of ate him up a little bit, but the ball was just far enough out of reach, and good hustle down the line.
Sweeney takes a 2-1 lead. Yeah, he never gave up on it. He was dashing down that line from when he hit it, and it was a good play to keep it in front of him there by Bergeron, but he took too long to throw it. That's all there was to it. He made a good play, but he just took way too long to throw. As that could have been really bad, as O'Connor had to pick that one right up because it was a little bit of a tough throw by Lampert on the pickoff.
Yeah, he flied out last at bat. We'll see what happens here. Not much. These are the lighthearted at bats. There's not much to stress about. So just go ahead and rip it.
Big swing and a miss there for May. It seemed like it was a little nonchalant. I don't think that would have went anywhere if he hit it.
Nowhere?
No, I don't think it would have really done what he wanted. So he might have just accepted his fate that he got fooled there. I don't know what it was, but either way, 1-2 as May sends that one on the ground. Big reach. May dives into first.
I don't like it.
But Canny is dead at third. That was not a great move.
Too aggressive.
He's thrown out. Yeah.
He probably, I see where he's coming from. But if you're thinking about it, that was a hard play in the hole. You got to assume
Yep.
he's not going to make that play. Good effort on running the
May
first by May.
He was safe without the dive, but either way, we'll go to the top of the third inning with Sweeney having the lead 2-1. But we will see the top of the Bedford order in Voveris, Blaine, and Bergeron when we return. Well, we've got quite the ball game here. Top of the third inning from Gill Stadium as Sweeney was able to take the lead 2-1 now as Voveris takes one high and tight.
Little sweet
Ball
chin
one.
music right there, and that'll keep him honest. That's never fun, you know.
No, that's especially with a guy throwing as hard as Plamondon is. Got to get out of the way quickly on those ones. But Voveris 1-for-1 with the single, and he scored the lone Bedford run.
He's a good player. He's an all-around good athlete, you can tell.
He's going to Riviera to play soccer next year, so obviously a good athlete going to play college. Big swing and a miss there for strike 2.
Yeah, behind that one, that was some gas right there.
Yeah, he was pretty far behind that. I think he might have just guessed wrong, but the 2-1 is driven. Castro makes that look effortless for out number 1.
Around the horn the ball goes with a quick out, and they're in business again. So good job by Sweeney Post using their defense really well.
Their defense has been pretty good all game.
Absolutely.
We are only in the third inning, but they've been good for the entire
Yeah, they have been good, all right.
first 2 innings. I mean, we've seen Bedford make 2 not great throws already, so
Actually, don't they have like 2 errors already?
Bedford, they not technically errors,
Sweeney.
but
Either way, it's a good game, Andrew. You were right about that.
Joe Blaine digging in here. He's 0-for-1 with the ground out last time. Foul off the mask of Wall, strike 2.
Now, last time we saw Sweeney, they played Plymouth, and Manny Castro only pitched 2 innings, and he had 5 strikeouts, and he came out of that game.
Jeez.
So I'm wondering how long Plamondon will go for. I have to
5?
assume with the doubleheader, he'll be going as long as possible.
Most likely. I mean, 5 of the 6 outs were
Well,
strikeouts.
one of them was a pass ball strikeout, so
Okay.
unfortunately,
Those are the worst feeling for a pitcher. You do all the work, and the catcher doesn't hold on to it. But that time, Wall did, as Plamondon, I believe that was his first strikeout of the game. Yes, it was. Blaine goes down, and Connor Bergeron, who's got the only RBI of this game with the sac fly, will dig in with 2 down.
and my producer in my ear just told me that it was 4 strikeouts, so I apologize. I want to get it right.
4 of the 6 is still pretty good.
Thank you for
I
the
don't know
truck.
what
We have a
percent
good
that is, but-
good support system in that truck back there. So thank you very
Absolutely.
much.
I don't know what percent 4 for 6 is, but it's pretty good.
Yes, you do. It's just a bit, guys. It's just a bit. He knows,
Strike 2 there. I thought that might have been.
He knows it's 2 out of 3 if you break it down.
That's point. Yeah. 1 and 2 from Plamondon. Inside ball 2.
Yeah. Instead of a trivia question, we'll be doing a math quiz today.
That's great. It is the same thing as 2 for 3.
You're
right.
Yeah. My goodness.
Well, maybe we should start a math segment here.
I think we will. I think we just did.
2 and 2 from Plamondon is driven out to right field. May backtracks this one and makes the play for out number 3. So Bedford goes down 1-2-3, unable to score, and Sweeney is going to have 2-3-4 here. Plamondon, Castro, and Rivera when we return for more Legion baseball action. Plamondon will lead things off here for us in the bottom of the third inning. Andrew Arndt, Michael Gonzalez here with you for Sweeney Post and Bedford. As Plamondon's had a pretty good day so far. He's walked at the plate and scored and has had a great day on the mound.
Yeah, he walked on 4 pitches last time. We'll see if he can get something to hit here. As he's rocking that pink bat, looking to use it.
Does get something that he liked. Pretty slow, kind of floated in there, just floats it off foul for strike 1.
Yeah, you can always count on Buzz to go get that. He did a great job last time covering the mound in some downpour conditions. So shout out groundskeeping.
Yeah, one of the most important parts of of baseball here is that mound has to stay nice and compact as Plamondon flies this one out to right. Smith makes the play for out number 1.
How about the third? How about the third base and the first base follow lines, Andrew? Have you seen how white they are today?
Yeah,
Pretty impressive, I have to say.
It is quite impressive that
Some good paint.
they look that good still. Castro digging in here, flied out last time. You know he wanted to have that at bat back. As he just hit it off a dead spot on the bat. He looked like he got a lot of it, but like you had said with the wood bats, looks can be deceiving. It can look like it's going to go 400 feet, but it can die at about 230.
Just like a pop in a catcher's mitt, it's a fastball. You can hear that snap. When you connect with a wooden bat, you know it. You hear that crack, and that's when everyone goes, ooh, look it.
You've got no idea with the metal. It's the same sound every time. But with wood, there's a difference between just a little knock and then a crack of that wood bat.
Bing.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
Bing.
Lampert deals way high to Castro. Count moves to 3-1.
I've never seen a situation where Manny Castro isn't completely in the game, just a complete into-it baller.
He is a complete player. He pops that one up. Fox giving chase as that one gets into the dugout.
Had a chance possibly, but that would be impressive.
That would be one heck of a play over there to reel that in. And
Dottie Hanson did it in League of Their Own with style.
I've never seen that movie.
Oh my gosh, check it out. One of the better baseball movies ever.
Payoff pitch here from Lampert. Castro on the ground.
Just so...
Oh, throw way off the mark there. That was Chardonnay who couldn't quite get that throw on line to O'Connor. So with one out, Castro will be on, and that, I believe, will be scored as an error.
Yeah, and that pitch, it was so deceiving that he was so far ahead of it. He just nubbed it up. These off-speed pitches are really hard to pick up. But got lucky on an errant throw, and they're in business here. Now, Manny's not really a base stealer, but he is capable of doing it. Would you agree?
Oh, yeah. He had a ton of stolen bases last year. He was trying to tell us that he had the most stolen bases on the team last year.
Big lead, but yeah.
I don't know about that, but...
Yeah, I don't know about that either, but... Only because of the Twins there. The Rivera can definitely fly and steal a base.
Yeah, it would be interesting here. Rivera at the plate with Castro on, and for the Memorial team, this is really when their lineup started to do damage. So
big lead.
Yeah, I think he's going to be off one of these days.
To take a lead like that, you got to know you can get back. So every time the pitcher checks on the runner, it gives them more confidence. That way they can go, I can do another inch. I can do another inch.
There it is. There's the check, and it was close, but Castro does get in there.
But that gives him a bearing on what he can get away with now. So that's his best move. So see how he took another step? And
there he goes.
Yep.
Fox
great jump.
Throws down. It was a great jump that got into center field a little bit, but Castro stays put, and now he's in scoring position. So real good opportunity. Rivera tied this game last time. Good opportunity to get his second RBI here.
You know what you never see anymore is the hidden ball trick. How come they don't do the hidden ball trick? 'Cause they have no rosin bag. That's why.
Yeah, that is probably why.
You need the decoy.
It is pretty obvious, especially with all the eyes watching. You gotta really do it well if you're gonna do it. You can't just. Todd Helton did it really well one time. It looked like he completely threw that ball back, but you know, with the hidden ball trick, it's hard to do it, especially under pressure, because if it gets called out, you look kind of stupid.
Well, it worked in Rookie of the Year, so.
Well, yes, but
I really feel you need a good rosin bag to pull it off, because that kind of looks like he's holding something.
Have seen that one. That was Henry Rowan-Gardner who pulled that one off. But Rivera will be on with the walk, and Marcoux comes into a big situation here. Gonzo, do we see a bunt here?
I don't know. It depends on coach's confidence in, he's hitting, fourth today? Fifth? So,
he is the 5 spot.
I'm going to go ahead and say he's going to swing away. He's probably, conferring about it right now. But if he was going to do a bunt, I feel like he would definitely have to let the base runners know about it, too, because they'd be in on it.
Yeah, Rivera's
I think he's,
not
like,
going
giving a
over.
pet talk. Like, come on, just put it there. He's like, just put it there.
Yeah, it looks like
He's pointing to right, so.
just notice these coaches are also wearing helmets. So this is like a minor league game almost, because high school they don't wear helmets. So it's interesting to see that in this league the coaches do wear helmets. But looks like Lampert will stay out there, as that was kind of just a pep talk, try to get him through this inning, as this is a huge spot for Marcoux. 1 out, runners on first and second.
I think they ran out of hats. That's why they're wearing helmets.
You think so?
Yeah. Both of them.
Would be interesting. We'll see if Lampert can keep his composure, too. He hasn't had a bad game.
Ooh,
He's just been a little unlucky. This one gets away from Fox. Castro and Rivera will both advance pretty easily.
So there's your bunt right there.
Now, that is the bunt without getting the out.
Yeah.
So, easy. You didn't even have to bunt.
I'm going to assume they're playing 7 just because.
I would think so.
So getting an early lead would behoove them. So I wouldn't be surprised if. I was wondering if Bedford would bring their infield in, and they did.
Yep.
They're trying to protect more damage.
They're going to try to get that out at home.
But it's interesting playing with no bench whatsoever.
Definitely is. I don't think we've ever seen that before either. As Marcoux
that'll
sends
do
that
it.
one.
That'll do it.
Voveris
He
going
should
to
go
wash
to-
that one right into his glove. Castro is going to score
Good
to
job.
extend this lead to 3-1 for Sweeney.
RBI right there, and I got to give credit to Voveris for hitting the cutoff right there. Underrated little situation.
Kept Rivera at second.
Absolutely, and that's one pass ball from scoring. So, it doesn't go on the score sheet, but you can really appreciate it as a coach to have a player that will hit the cutoff. Just hit the cutoff, guys.
With 2 down here, Wall comes in. He had a mammoth of a double last time up.
He had a big fly to left, burned him on left, and, did his arrow celebration. So here's a duck on the pond. You got the right duck, a fast duck. So you want to get one here. That would be great. And Palmanen would definitely appreciate it as the pitcher.
Issue with Wall is he hits the ball so hard that really the fielders don't have to do any work, as it's usually hit so that they can make the play pretty quickly. He's not just a little nubber type of guy. When he hits the ball, he hits the ball.
Yeah, I like his approach. He looks like a little twig in his hand.
Yeah. That one bounces in there. Good job by Fox to keep it on the right side. The right side, but the left side of the plate.
That's what I'm talking about, though. Like, that was a great play, but it had that gotten by her and that runner was on third, that's a run. So, hitting the cutoff, I keep stressing that, but it is important.
I was right there. No green light here for Wall again. So
Right. So he had a 3-1 count last time he was at bat, and he crushed one. So, same situation here. He's coming for it.
the spin pickoff, nothing doing there. But Wall's looking for one pitch here, and if it's not there, he's not going to offer at it.
That might have been a stall technique to not have to pitch to him.
Inside, that one.
Oh, it hit him?
No,
it's a ball.
Yeah,
So, but it's not a dead
you
ball.
can't advance.
So I'm confused why Rivera just stopped at
I
second
believe that Greg Surratt did say that hit him.
Okay, it must have hit him.
Because it did bounce a little weird. It must have hit him right in the foot, but he's no issue there. As Rivera could have advanced on that if it was ball 4. But Surratt sent him right back as runners are on first and second again here for Griffin Logue.
How about Fox? 3 in a row, keeping the ball in front of her. Like, that's very good.
Doing a good
play.
job. Just that one tough play there. It's tough to keep those low ones.
Looks like Wall needs to tie his shoe, and we're back in business. Got to get them Velcros, I think. The kangaroos.
A lot of people have those nowadays. I mean, they're the easiest. You don't want to have to deal with tying your laces all the time.
Yeah.
Ball 2 there. So
And they have a pocket in the side, which is cool.
Lampert starting to struggle a little bit here.
Yeah, it seems that way. It seems everything's low. Everything's in the dirt.
Not really finding his locations as well as he hopes, and there again moves to 3-0.
Yeah, definitely. So if you're on deck, you're excited right here, and because you get a chance for bases loaded, perhaps. Oh, that was a nice, ooh,
Wow.
nice take. I'm saying, yeah.
Yeah, I mean that looked from our angle like it was right down the middle, but it must have been pretty low. As Lowe goes on with the bases juiced here for Amar DeWitty.
Come on, Amar, here we go. This is your chance. Bases loaded, and if he can show that he's capable in these situations, he might move up in the order.
Big spot here with 2 down.
So different coaches have different theories. He hit 4th all year for Central West every game. He hit in 8th today. So
This is an older team, though. That Central West team was decently young.
Ooh,
As DeWitty sends that one into right field, coming on Smith, makes the play for the final out of the inning. So Steele Lampert gets out of the bottom of the third with the bases loaded and only 1 run given up. As Sweeney has the 3-1 lead, but getting short on time here. Bedford really going to have to get a couple of runs soon. We'll see if they can do that when we return. Top of the 4th inning here from Gill Stadium. Andrew Art and Michael Gonzalez joining you for American Legion ball here from Gill Stadium, as we've had a good game so far, but Bedford really has to get a couple of runs because it looks like this Sweeney lineup's starting to get settled in.
It does look like that, but it also looks like Plumondon is settled in pretty well, and he's really doing a good job. He got out of that big spot last inning or the inning before, but you got to give credit to Steele for coming through, bases loaded there, and getting out of it.
Fouled off to the opposite side there. We've got
that could have been bad,
Exactly. We got 4, 5, 6 here. Chardonnay, Oster, and O'Connor here for Bedford. As he offers it that one. Good play by Plumondon to knock that one down. Fires over to Rivera for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, good job. You can tell you could take a player out of the shortstop, but you can't take the shortstop out of a player.
He was ready for that one. You could tell just by the way he fielded it.
Yeah, good instincts, and that's always a nice weapon. We've seen that a few times for some pitchers with some good wingspan can make a play. We saw it in Londonderry. We saw the guy make every play.
Every single time. Oster here on the first
Oh!
pitch. Castro unable to get to that one, and Oster's on with a base hit.
That's what I'm talking about. Every single game he comes to play. Good effort right there.
That's great effort.
It's just the perfect hit ball. I mean, you couldn't have put it in a more perfect spot.
It was placed perfectly. I mean, there's no denying that. Castro really gave all that he could there.
You'll take every hit you can in Legion. With the wooden bats, if you hit 350, you're having a fantastic season.
O'Connor stands in here, swings and misses on that one for strike 1. But, yeah, this league it's not easy. I mean, the wood bat completely changes everything.
Yeah, I feel like they went to that, about 5 years ago or so?
I think somewhere in that time.
Because it was always metal. Even when I played and won a state championship with Post 79 in 1995, we used metal bat. Yeah, like that.
Wow.
Nice placement.
Yeah.
No big deal.
Still got the ring?
No rings. Just
T-shirt, hat.
Yeah, none of that.
O'Connor, another really well-placed hit. I mean, that was out of the reach of everybody.
Yeah, nice job. When you have a guy on first, it really switches the infield placement. So, not like it would have mattered, but that was like a classic slow pitch softball hit right there.
Back-to-back base hits there with 1 out. So, Bedford's got runners on first and second with Maggie Fox coming to the plate here. Wonder if this time we'll see a bunt.
I didn't see any signs from the base coach. I usually kind of check it out.
Pops that one up.
Playable.
Rivera is playable over there by the coach's box. Reels it in, out number 2.
First pitch swinging on a fastball. She jumped on it and just got the end of the bat, and a nice play by Rivera to get the second out for sure.
Yeah, not much power on the end of that wood bat there. But Steele Lampert digs in here, the lefty pitcher, 0 for 1 with a ground out today.
Ooh,
Glomond, another play right to him, and he will take his time with this one. Fires over, so nothing doing there for Bedford. The runners threaten but do not score as we'll move to the bottom of the fourth inning as we'll have 9-1-2, Canny, May, and Plamondon again when we return for more Legion baseball action. Bottom of the fourth inning here at Gill Stadium as Sweeney they're probably looking to get this game pretty much over here as they got 9-1-2, Canny, May, and Plamondon. They had a good inning last inning. They put up one more run as Canny offers it that one over to Oster. No, he does not make the play. It gets away from O'Connor as Canny is going to get into second, easily stopped there by his coach. But there's the first real error we've seen from Bedford all day.
Well, Canny was going for two. I mean, he did get thrown out running aggressively last time at third in the inning. So coach put the big stop sign up, said, hey, that's good job, but don't come to third yet.
It's a pretty good call there. Might have misjudged it if he wasn't there. So Ethan May digging in here, but really a gift for him because I thought that was going to be an out.
Yeah, but something about hustle, when you field the ball and you see a guy burning down the line, it really does create urgency, which can create, error. To err is human, Andrew.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that wasn't like an easy play either. You had to shift pretty much behind second base. Oh, absolutely. Everybody in the world knows that I am Mr. Perfect. Not. May kind of backs out of the way of that one, moves to 3-0. So I would not be surprised if we see a pitching change here soon. Obviously, they can't warm anybody up in the bullpen.
No, they can't.
They don't have anybody on the bench.
They can't even have a catcher do it.
Nope. May offset that one wrong side. He did get the green light. Oster can't make that play either.
We got a green light, Andrew.
That was the third time he's pulled O'Connor off the bag. That one didn't get away, but May is on with a second straight error. E5 in the book again, but it does keep Canny over, but now I feel like that is E6, excuse me.
Make all the E's you want. You're still not coming out today, so eat it up.
Plamondon at the plate here. I think this is his green light. I think he's going to offer on the first good pitch that he sees. Honestly, he's not going to be taking he's not going to be taking his time. This isn't at this point in the game, it's not an at-bat where he's trying to craft a perfect pitch. If he sees one that he likes, he's just going to offer at it.
Absolutely.
And there it was, pop to Voveris. Does get under it, but Canny will advance easily, will not be thrown out this time, although he almost slipped off the bag. So
Canny's aggressive on the base paths for sure. You can count on him giving it all. But yeah, that was a nice hit. Looked like it had a little more distance than I thought it did.
Yeah, those wooden bats are really deceiving.
But yeah, he swung at the first good pitch he saw for sure.
Well, we do see in high school baseball plays like that. The center fielder ends up chasing the ball all the way to the warning track. So it's good to see that Voveris actually did the right thing, got under that one. Because honestly, that's what I'm used to. I'm used to the high school and just seeing him chase any ball in the gap. But Voveris took a good route to that one.
This year it seems like they, would get there and then somehow just not.
Castro sends that one to Lampert. He's going to throw back and get Canny.
He gets
Dave Webster right there to make the call for the second out. So another base running error there by Canny, in my opinion. Well, you can't get that far off the bag there.
I'm going to leave it alone. But yeah,
in my opinion, you can't get that far off the bag.
Or commit to home, one or the other.
You got to just commit to the run because you can't just get caught like that. I mean, he just like that the other time he was a dead duck there. So Castro does get on, but the runner on third is erased. So with 2 outs, Rivera steps in.
You know what that is? It's a complete buzzkill.
Yeah.
It's a momentum killer. And as the season progresses, Coach will have to get in his ear. And he knows, I love the aggression, though. And he'll always go for it, Like if he was in Vegas, he's rolling the dice.
Aggression is good. You make people make throws. If they make the throw, great. But a lot of the times they don't.
Yeah, you want to at least try to run home, make them get you that way.
Rivera sends that one out to right. Smith right under it. Makes a play for the third out, so no runs scored. Again, just like last inning, the runners threatened but do not score as Bedford keeps this game 3-1, but the top of the 5th inning is quickly approaching, and we'll have the 9-1-2 for Bedford as well when we return. Top of the 5th inning here at Gill Stadium. Sweeney, Post, and Bedford. Andrew Arndt, Michael Gonzalez with you. I think this is the make or break inning here. I mean, you've got your 9-1-2 up. Most teams, the 9-hitter isn't the worst hitter. It's a prelude to the top of the order.
You mentioned it last inning that they got out of it still 3-1. That's huge because this is a game that is striking distance for Bedford. And you nailed it when you said that because this would be the inning. This is moving day. And like in golf, Saturday's moving day. This is a moving inning right here because if it's going 7, this is the time to do it.
Plamondon out for his 5th inning of work, working quickly here as Smith hits that one on the ground. DeWitty cuts off Castro, throws on the move. Great play to Rivera, right on target for out number 1. That was a great moving throw by DeWitty.
Great moving throw, sold out. He knows what he's got. He knows his capacity, and he gave it all, and he gave a strike right to first base, and that's the key right there. Something Bedford wasn't able to do last inning.
We did figure out last inning that they do have 4 errors on the day.
Thanks to the truck, our producing.
Yep. Producer truck is real great tool to have. That one's popped behind the umpire. Rivera gets under that one, and it looks like he's really starting to play this first base position real well.
Yeah, and Plamondon is going to get out of this inning with possibly 5 pitches. I mean, that was his 3rd pitch of the inning. So these are always ideal situations if you're pitching to get quick first pitch strikes, and that's what you do when you deliver strikes. You get them to think, all right, he's going to pitch me a meatball, and then you get the out.
Didn't even get to say that that was Jonah Voveris who offered at the first pitch and flew it over to Rivera for out number 2.
He offered at the first pitch right there. He just fouled it off. But again, when you're dealing, you're doing that.
Joe Blaine is going to be on with his first hit as Canny cuts that one off before it could go any further. Blaine for the first time today. He's 1 for 3 now with the ground out, the strikeout, and now the single with, even with two outs, anything can happen. So it's good to get that start for Bedford here.
Absolutely. Now, we saw this guy change his shirt a couple times today, just to mess with our heads. And but we know one thing. He can swing a stick if he's hitting 4th.
He's got the RBI, Connor Bergeron with the...
He's got that confidence.
He's got
stance.
0 for 2 with 2 flyouts. That's one's going to be across the way. Castro unable to make that play. Bergeron is going to be on with, I believe we got a score of that an error.
No, that's
it's
pretty solid. It's a tough play.
It is a tough play.
Either way, but you called it with 2 outs, a little 2-out magic bingo here. Bedford's in business, and Plamondon, he has all game, needs to get out of this jam.
I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. You'll see this score sheet on ESPN later tonight, so I'm going to give him the single because I think he had already reached when Castro hit that out of his glove. Nobody's making that play, so.
But how about Plamondon? This is a big spot again. You've seen him get out of some really big spots today. Here's another chance to get out of this 5th inning unscathed.
Colin Chardonnay will
love that name.
Be at the plate here. That is a great name. Inside, ball 1.
Good. It's like an homage to hockey a little bit.
Plamondon wants nothing more than to just get out of this one safely again. He's done a great job of getting out of these tough innings today. So
you mentioned it before that he knows what he's got. He knows what's working. It seems to be old number 1 has been his go-to today. I haven't seen much curveball action today. It seems to be he's just firing it away.
Once he gets that first step, he pretty much knows exactly what he wants to do. As Chardonnay grounds that one down the line, foul.
And it also makes, if you do go to a curveball, that much more effective when there's an 80% chance. And that's, Andrew, that's 8 out of 10.
Thank you for the clarification on that one.
No problem.
As Chardonnay digs in a big spot, 1-2 from Plamondon is sent on the ground to Logue. He will have plenty of time to make that play.
Good job
and
by
Plamondon
Rivera.
is out safely again. This score stays 3-1, And Plamondon may be in the running for player of the game here.
Real quick, Rivera does a great job at first, putting that big target out there and getting that. I just wanted to mention that. He's doing a great job over there.
Absolutely. He has done a pretty good job. We return in just a few moments. We'll have 5, 6, 7, Marcoux, Wall, and Griffin Logue. So we'll be right back with some more American Legion baseball action. Bottom of the fifth inning here, 5, 6, 7 for this Sweeney team. Andrew Arndt, Michael Gonzalez joining you for the bottom of the fifth here. Marcoux digging in, who we just pointed out on the break is 0 for 2, but he does have that big RBI.
Yeah, and this is the guy they want up. He's a solid hitter here.
Fouls that one off. Down 0-2 already here.
Yeah, tough one to come back from, but we've seen him do it before, you know. This is the guy that can do it.
Interesting to see Steele Lambert is still out there here in the bottom of the fifth. I would have figured they might have made a pitching change, but maybe they're trying to conserve arms because they do only have 9 players.
That's true, and they have a lot of innings ahead of them today.
0-2 from Lambert, bounces in there, gets away from Fox, but doesn't really matter because count just moves to 1-2.
Definitely thought that hit him on the bounce, but I guess he eluded it.
Yeah, not a lot of guys like to be hit. You know, they'd rather stand in there and get the hit. That one bounces behind him.
I've never met one that did like to get hit, Andrew. Actually.
Well, not like to get hit, but they're kind of irritated when they do, even if it doesn't hurt, because they didn't earn anything.
And they want to hit. They want to swing the bat.
You know,
some of them will lie about it.
You earn a walk, but really getting hit, you don't earn anything. But 0-2 quickly moves to 3-2, so Lambert falls behind. We'll have full count.
What do you think? Get the change up or the regular change up?
I'm going to go with the regular one, the payoff pitch from Lambert. Marcoux offers and pops it straight up in the air. A little bit of a miscommunication at first, but Bergeron over there to bring it in for out number 1.
Yeah, good job extending the count there and, gets him on a outside pitch. Just kind of popped it up. And it did look like there was a little confusion at first, but that's the second baseman's ball. He called him off, and he took care of business.
Andrew Wall digging in here. He's 1 for 1 with the double scored, and then he was hit by the pitch in his second at-bat. And he gets hit for the second time. So he, just like high school season, was a magnet to hit by pitches. He had quite a few last season. And he ran every single one off. No reaction. That means laughing at first base, no reaction.
We'll have to do a tally this season then.
Well, that's 2 today.
Yeah, he's ahead of the pace. Got a pinch runner coming in here.
This will be Juan Pena. So another Memorial player in here. Bunch of them. I think like 7.
So I'm not sure about the re-entering rule here. I do know that Juan Pena has caught before. In fact, we've seen him be it as a catcher. So if he did come in for him, and there is no re-entering, then he would have to come in behind the dish.
He's definitely out there for a reason. You know, he is quicker than Wall, but he also can play the same position. So
it's a timely substitution with the innings and the situation for sure.
Because he could be substituting him for in the field too. You know, you never know.
Well, if he can't re-enter, then someone would have to catch. You know, so this would be a good time to do that.
Throw almost missed O'Connor, but able to reel that one in is Griffin Logue at the plate here.
See what happens there? You get a good bearing of what
Logue
you can get away with at first.
Way out in front of that one. He knew it.
Yeah, see, that was the change-up. It's got to be tough to hit, a 32-mile-an-hour ball.
Yeah, I mean, that's not... It's not easy as much as people think it might be because you're used to seeing real fast. But that's why sometimes slower is better.
Well, most hitters are sitting on fastball every time. You sit back and then you adjust to the off speed. But if you're getting it all at once.
Generally in high school, you see a 75 to 85 fastball. And you got the anomalies like Joe Allen from Winnicott through 96. Matthew Minkler throws 93. O'Connell's up in the 90s. So you've got those guys, but usually you see somewhere from 75 to 85. So this is definitely weird for these guys to see.
Right. Not quite 95, but, working on it. Hitters count here, so I would expect Pena to be on the move here.
I would think maybe, but no, as that one's high. Logue will stay 0 for 1 with his second straight walk.
Yeah, he's a gamer. When you walk and you're kind of frustrated, you want to hit. And here comes the coach for a mound visit. I don't see anyone in the bullpen, though. So
Wonder why. Oh, we're going to have a pinch hitter here. Another Memorial player. It'll be Caden Berube.
Can you do
pinch hitting, so
you can't do ghost runners, can you?
we will have a pitching change. So it'll be Voveris, and now he can't even bring anything. He's just pointing. So it looks like Smith will take over in center, Voveris into pitch, and Steele Lampert is done for the day, surrendering 3 runs.
He'll be out there somewhere. It looks like he's going to right field.
He is responsible for Logue on first as well as Pena on second, but got a fast hitter at the plate here going to come in Berube. So it's going to be interesting to see what Coach has up his sleeve here, because bottom of the 5th inning could potentially only have to play 1.5 more innings.
Hey, I have an idea. I'm going to go to Bedford coach and tell him that I'm available.
Okay.
To be on the bench.
I mean, they're going to start pulling people out of the stands at this point. But should be interesting to see what we've got here. If this next game even happens, this sky is starting to look a little bit gray.
Yeah, I have a feeling we'll be here. I have a feeling it's going to happen.
Rescheduling things are never fun.
It's not fun, and that's why
it's a pain.
In last game they did this. They only went 3. Unfortunately, they couldn't get the 5 in, but they were definitely trying to. You could tell that was the motive.
What does that go as? A no contest?
No, they can pick it up.
Okay.
They can pick it up where it was, and if it's implicating, like if both teams are in the playoffs, or if the game matters, they'll revisit that in August sometime.
Okay.
But if it doesn't, then they'll kind of just wash it away.
Yeah, scrap it. It's interesting.
It's there. It's hovering above everyone in case they need to pick it up. They'll just put the guy. If they were the guy on second, for instance, they would do that. But they started a fresh inning. Yeah, it would be the bottom of the 3rd, so they would just have to get 1.5 in, and then that would be an official game, depending on the standings.
Yeah, so that's probably sitting in the back of their minds that if need be, they've got a shot, I guess, of winning.
Well, Plymouth has a solid team. They made the state championship in Division II for high school, so they're a solid squad that could make a run at it. We're yet to see what Sweeney's capable of because, we went to try to do the first one, but and then the second one got rained out. But they have a 1-1 record, and anything's possible. So if if they can make the playoffs, then they would make up the game.
Right. Voveris going to come in here in a big spot, first and second with 1 out. The pinch hitter taking over for DeWitty. I feel like he's just in here to hit because I don't think he's going to play shortstop. I don't believe. But we could see a pitching change. That's the only thing that I could think is that Plamondon's going to play short, DeWitty's going to come out, and Berube come in and pitch because I saw him going to the bullpen over there. So maybe that's the move. But East takes strike 1 here, so the first batter, Voveris, gets a lefty. Voveris gets the 0-1 sign from Fox as Berube offers at that one, grounds it down the first base line, 0-2.
Right, 0-2, good start. Comes in from center field, made a couple good plays already, so his head's in the game. Has a couple hits, has a hit, and like I said, you said he's going to play soccer in college. He's an all-around athlete. He's a gamer, so.
Yep, Voveris will be on the Riviera Raiders soccer team next year as
that
one is going to get over the head of Lampert. Berube's going to be running for days. On each other's heels are the 2 Sweeney runners. Pena's going to score. Glogue's going to score, and Berube slides in with a huge triple, 5-1 Sweeney.
Flexes the He-Man muscle on this triple. Gets it done. Nice job. And if you're coming in to hit, that's what you want to do, right?
Both runs score, and the pinch hitter works like a charm
And if you're out in there and right and you just got pulled as a pitcher, you're not used to playing outfield, but there's 9 players, so you could tell he didn't get the right jump. He's not used to being there.
Not at all. I mean, he was chasing that one from the first steps, so
A triple.
tough play there. But Berube, that was just a good hit, too. I mean, Berube hit it right where he wanted to and got pretty much every stitch of that ball as he scores both runners and is now sitting on third with Canny, who drops that one in, and Berube's going to score to extend the lead 6-1.
6-1, getting it done, having fun here in the 5th inning, and they're getting that lead. And you know who's happy about that? Plumondon. Absolute. Jacob loves this situation. Just a little bit more, lenience, less stress. Although when it's pressure, he comes through. Looks like he's going to go. Maybe he can get picked for a 3rd time today.
May standing in here, top of the lineup, takes ball 1.
Hopefully not. Coach has got his radars on him right now. But, I love the aggression, and what a great hit that was.
Big cut and a miss there. Looks like May wanted to deposit that one into Citizens Bank over there.
I was thinking City Hall.
Somewhere in that area.
Yeah, Citizens Bank would be a nice shot.
Another big cut and a miss there for May, who's kind of kicking himself here.
What do you think that is, about 5,000 feet?
Yeah. Yeah, probably. Something like that.
Bedford's in the double play depth right now, looking for some kind of double play here. And if it's 1-2 and you can see where they're lined up, he's going to try to throw one low here to cause that. That seems to be the play.
Canny off.
Ooh.
May sends that one, which will get into the bullpen off a bounce for strike 2.
You ain't curbing Candy's enthusiasm. He's going.
Oh, he was off on the pitch, but May just missed that one a little bit.
I mean, he might steal 3rd as round 2nd.
Yeah.
Going for a hat trick.
Get in and you'll try to grab 3rd because why not?
No, the thing about what they did though, by running right there, you do eliminate that double play ball situation.
He's way off and off against. Greg Surratt is going to say he got a piece of it. I didn't hear it. I'm not sure if maybe you did, but I did not hear it.
It was a little misdirection. The angle indicated a foul, and so did the body language.
Yeah, I definitely would have been running on that if he...
So 3rd time in a row, you think he's off? No, not this time.
Nope. May swings and misses, strike 3.
That's a tough pitch. I'm telling you, it's too slow to hit. It's hard to pick up on that, and that's great changeup right there. Because didn't it look like he was swinging from the heavens right there?
Yeah, each of his swings, he looked like he was trying to crush it. So
trying to help himself here. Let's see what happens.
Plumondon digs in here. Canny not quite as far off as he was when he was stealing.
You think he'll come out for the 6th inning?
Plumondon, I mean, I don't know because I saw Berube going out to the bullpen.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I mean, Plumondon's a shortstop, so it'd be. I don't know, honestly.
And Berube came in to hit after warming up, so that would kind of indicate he's got to go somewhere.
DeWitty, the shortstop, came out too, so.
Yeah, okay, so that makes sense. He might go to short, and he's going to come in. That's all.
I think that might be what happens, but we'll have to see. Next inning is Canny is off. Plumondon, good play. No help there for O'Connor. He's going to have to move. He gets there right before
good play.
Plumondon, who had a lot of effort getting in there, but he dives in just a little late. Bedford gets the 3rd out, but not before Sweeney puts a 3 spot on the board and makes this a 6-1 game. But little short on daylight here for Bedford. Just 2 more innings to try to get 5 more runs. We'll see if their lineup can do that when we return for the top of the 6th inning. Top of the 6th here, and I was dead on the money. Berube into pitch, Plumondon to short, which means Castro moves over to his home at 3rd. But what was interesting is we were wrong on the re-entering thing because Wall came right back in to catch after being pinch ran for. So we were wrong about that.
Certainly appears that's Wall behind the plate right there, and definitely wrong about that. So as we go, we'll learn,
Absolutely. Plumondon, pretty impressive day. 5 complete, 1 run, and a couple of strikeouts. So
Yeah, definitely
can't
a great
be mad
game.
at that.
No, that's what you want, and I feel like the expanded lead helped coach's decision to take him out.
Absolutely. He is still in line for the win. As Jake Oster digs in here, as the truck just told us that Plumondon did only have 1 strikeout. But he, more than just the strikeouts, he got out of a lot of tough situations as Oster fouls out off. We were talking about how back-to-back innings, Bedford had 2 outs and then got 2 base hits, but then both times they got that third out right after they got that second hit.
Yeah, thanks to the fielding efforts. Manny Castro. Then you had who's at third base?
DeWitty?
DeWitty. Yeah, DeWitty. You had some good plays out there. That's what I was getting at.
Yeah, he got there eventually. Oh.
Whatever.
Oster tried to offer at that one, a little bit of a check swing, and it got him there.
It did get him, but it didn't count, did it?
No,
he swung at
went.
it, right? Yeah.
Yep.
That's like a double whammy, right? You get a strike and you get hit.
Yeah. Those are the worst things. We'll move to full count here, so Berube is nice and warmed up for sure. Payoff pitch from him. Oster fouls out one, and we'll do it again.
Yeah, he definitely took some a high yield of warm-up pitches between innings.
Must have been like 15. But Oster stands in here with another chance on the full count. Payoff pitch from Berube is inside, ball 4. So Berube's first batter to put on with the free pass.
Yeah, so going to try to get a double play ball here. Hopefully they can hit it to Plumondon and he can convert. Otherwise, go by the K. They haven't struck out much today, though. They've been good
Just one time.
Been good at getting the ball in the bat.
Joe Blaine was the one time, and here's a tough hitter, Ryan O'Connor, who is 2 for 2 with 2 base hits this far today.
Yeah, and when you're streaking well, it tends to carry over. So if you're 2 for 2, your odds of going 3 for 3 are better.
Berube will toss over to Rivera, but not in time to get Oster.
See, that's so important. I love the coaches going back. That's so you don't see that all the time. A good base coach will yell back.
Yep. Because he's watching that back foot as
down
the line. Rivera will throw first. Plumondon didn't have to tag him.
Well,
but he should have just stepped on the bag.
He didn't know. He assumed he tagged. He assumed. Yeah, I know, right? He assumed he stepped on the bag. Maybe he's just trying to create the force, but either way, he got the lead runner. I could see why Plumondon slapped the tag, though.
That would have been a double play. But it's all right, He kind of made his instinct play. I don't think he would have gotten the other out because it wasn't just a step back. He would have had to take 2 steps and then thrown. So probably wouldn't have gotten the second out. So good on him to get the lead runner. But O'Connor is on for the 3rd time today with a fielder's choice.
You can't. I mean, he made the play. He didn't Buckner it.
Right.
So that's good. But life's easy up here.
Yeah, we're just watching. We're not down on the field making. It was probably a split decision. We just thought as soon as he got the ball, he's going to second no matter what. But Maggie Fox digs in for the 3rd time. Today she's 0 for 2 with 2 flyouts. Takes ball 2, so Berube struggling a little bit with command here. But he was able to get that first out, get the lead runner, but now is falling behind on the count. Tosses over to Rivera, but O'Connor dives back in safely.
Yeah, just checking out the bullpen, put the old binoculars on. I see number 3 warming up, but I don't see a number 3 on the roster there, so who knows?
The truck will tell us that one in a few moments, as Truck works hard here for Manchester Public Television.
Making us look good.
Tyler Krablowski, I believe that is, out there for pitching, I believe.
Can you say that name again, please?
I believe it's Krablowski.
That's what I had to, yeah. But, yeah, I didn't see him on tonight's lineup card, that's all.
Maybe he came late.
Yeah, perhaps. That's all they need. Bedford's like, oh, great. They're just adding players to their team. We have 9.
Fox will be on here with a walk, so erasing the runner that was going to be in scoring position. If not, works like a charm because bases probably, no. Just the throw was off. Bases would have been loaded, but still a great play from Xander there to keep that runner off. But Wall go talk to Berube because he's in a tough spot now with Lampert
He's
up.
got to go talk to him. Got to say, hey, man, everything's good. It's all good. Because when you come in like this, you don't want to let the team down by throwing balls. And, so a couple walks, that's not, what ideally he wants to do. But good job by Wall to settle him down, a senior presence. And, it should happen here. So I'd say they're going to stay in double play depths and see what they can do.
Yeah, I feel like with 1 out, 6-1, they're just trying to go for the double play here. Or at least just get the
it'd be a
runner
bonus.
at second.
Be a nice bonus for sure.
Lampert is 0 for 2, also with 2 groundouts today.
Well, that's what I was looking at. So he has 2 groundouts on the score sheet. If you're coaching, you get to, go with the trends, right?
Yeah, you gotta go with that. As Lampert offers at that one and sends it over
Watch out.
into the stands. Yeah, just
Get off your phone there. It happens.
Yeah, it happens.
And that's our medical person too, isn't it?
Uh,
Can't hurt the medical person.
Yeah.
Who's gonna help her?
Herself? I don't know. Berube.
Ooh, nice
That
off-speed
one
pitch.
is
Oh,
driven over the head of Plamondon.
good pitch.
O'Connor
good
is
hit.
being waved home. Canny throws into Castro. No play there. So Bedford does get a second run, and this lead moves to 6-2.
Yeah, 6-2, and this game ain't over by any means because just the fact that they have Bedford on their chest means that they're going to come to play all day. So good job. What a great hit that was. That was a no-doubter again. And it looks like, number 3's done warming up. So, I can't say the name.
Krablowski.
Absolutely. But it looks like Berube might.
Bowden Smith pops that one up to May Fox, ready to tag.
Ooh, got to play.
She will. May's throw is cut off by Logue. Oh, I would have let it go, but.
I would have thrown it.
Yeah, I mean,
whatever. It's all good. Nice catch. 2 outs. And
good tag by Fox, though. She left as soon as that ball hit the glove of May.
And Berube gets a nice out right there, a timely out. And that was big for his confidence here because, now he's got 2. Now he can actually get out of this with minimal damage as this run is on first and third. They're probably going to come up with some kind of first and third stealing situation. So, they get Wall just kind of called out a play. Either throw down or eat it or whatever. I like eating it personally. That's the safe play, but
yeah, here you don't want to give them extra runs.
there you go.
Oh, the runner going popped up.
Look at
Berube
Rivera.
trying to make an effort.
Excellent.
Rivera right there to reel it in
Good job.
for
Get out
out
of
number 3. So Berube does get out of the top of the inning with minimal damage, but a huge bottom of the 6th coming up. 3, 4, 5. Castro, Rivera, and Marcoux. When we return for potentially the last ups here for Sweeney Post in the bottom of the 6th inning. Bottom of the 6th inning here from Gill Stadium. Anjouart and Michael Gonzalez still with you. Tough day for Manny up here. 0 for 3.
Yeah, but that just increases his odds of getting a nice smash here. I'm calling a double right on the 30-yard line, left center field.
All right. We've got our better over here to the right of me as Castro backs out of the way of that one for ball 1.
And we have a new pitcher, it looks like.
Same one as last inning. It's still Voveris, so the relatively new pitcher.
Relatively, yeah. Like a new used car, right?
Yeah. Bounces in there. Good job by Fox. Even though nobody was on base, just still a good job keeping it in front of her.
I mean, how about the job Fox has done behind the dish, keeping the ball in front of her?
Just that one pass ball is really the only
solid
thing.
Great backstop right there.
Hitters count. Castro is looking for one pitch and one pitch only here.
Yeah, fastball down the middle, crank it.
Nope, didn't get it, and he will take that free bag, and Xander Rivera will come up for the 3rd time today. Since that first base hit, he has walked and flown out, so the 1 for 2 day for him.
Castro does a great job. I bet his on-base percentage is super high because he just does a great job playing smart baseball.
He's got a good eye. Good
He's
eye for the good pitches that he wants, and then even also for the bad ones.
solid hitter. That's a good approach. It doesn't get any worse here. Like, Rivera can definitely hold his own here.
He's got a lot of power, but he's also a good situational hitter. We saw with Plamondon on in the bottom of the first inning. He knew exactly where he needed to put the ball to score Plamondon, and he did exactly that. So he's a good power hitter, but also a good situational hitter.
And clutch, that home run you mentioned, that wasn't just a home run. That was extra innings to tie the game out. Like, that was a big time dinger right there. Big lead over
Yeah,
first.
I was just going to say that. Castro's way off over there.
Yeah, really testing his opponent there.
2-1 here. I wouldn't be surprised if Fox throws back, if Castro's just kind of taking his sweet time getting back to the bag over there. Well, O'Connor's not even on the bag for that matter. So count moves to 3-1, and Rivera, just like Castro was, is just going to look for his one pitch.
And if he does run, this would be a good pitch to go on, judging by his body language.
Only one, I think.
Ooh, he took a cut on that one, huh?
It was the one he wanted, but he just missed it. Got it off the end of the bat. Used that bat plenty of times. I know exactly where he got it.
Wow, and
Count moves at full count.
Bedford's using one of their capable bodies to get the ball, too. Impressive effort.
New player, I think. Castro's running on the full count, swinging and a miss by Rivera, but kind of works as a sacrifice a little there because Fox had no way of throwing that ball down there with the big cut and a miss in the one hand.
It is a nice thing you can do. You can take a big cut and then kind of back, you carry through.
It kind of works as a sacrifice because there's no way that she was going to throw that. I mean, you could have got the punch him out, throw him out, but Rivera kind of just let the bat go a little bit, and Castro ends up on second with Marcoux at the plate.
And what it does is it brings the second baseman up to second base and it creates a huge hole on the right. Just by him getting on second, you create Marcoux's chances of getting a base hit. Look at all that real estate.
Yeah, he's got plenty of room.
He's got the whole right side.
Yeah, plenty of room on that right side over there. Outside, ball 3, so 3-0. I don't think he gets the green light here.
I mean, I don't know. All my predictions are wrong, so I would say you're right.
Not in this type of game. Will not get the green light, obviously, and will take strike one.
I don't care if it's slow pitch softball. You shouldn't get a green light.
Yeah.
I think it's just...
It's not smart.
Well, it goes against all the baseball gods. It'll come back to get you.
Fouls that one off, so Voveris able to come all the way back from 3-0 to full count.
That's the dark side of it, though.
Yeah.
You're letting them have a one for free.
Yep. That free first strike, because once he gets settled in there, he knows that he can throw a strike. So it's a tough play, but I do agree with the no green light as the payoff pitch from Voveris is down low for ball 4. So Marcoux gets on for the first time today after going 0 for 3 with 3 flyouts.
Yeah, and you got Wall coming up here with a duck on the pond. Manny will be off on a big hit. Look for something cool right here. I mean, you said it before. He's either going to get a double play or a double.
That is exactly right.
Because he's going to go fast and hard if he gets a hold of it.
He's either going to hit it right at somebody or somebody's going to have to take a run to go get the ball that he hits.
Great job by Fox once again, getting that arm out there and keeping the base runners where they are. So solid. I got to give a Kyle point to her right now for behind the dish.
Absolutely. She's had a great day behind the dish there.
I mean, what a position to pick, too.
Right.
It's not easy.
No.
So good job.
Wall standing in with the double in the second inning and then back-to-back hit by pitches since then.
Oh, yeah.
So he's
right.
still 1 for 1.
See if we can get a third here. Hopefully not.
For the hat trick.
But you mentioned Magnet.
Yeah.
Did Steele hit him? Magnet Steele?
Yep.
Yeah, nice. Whoa, there
sends that one down the line, giving chase, and that one's going to get by the left fielder. Castro is going to score. Marcoux ends up on third, and Andrew Wall is in with his second double of the day, and there's the bow and arrow.
I like the bow and arrow. Big time fan of the bow and arrow. And you're right. It's double day for him. All day doubles. He's used to that, huh?
Yeah, I mean, Blaine did all that he could. Nobody was getting that ball. I mean, he hits it in the same spot every time.
I mean, big
right
time.
In that corner.
Yeah, just smoked it down the left field line and over his head. And, you know, I don't know if you know him very well, but you must see that a lot, that double arrow thing. Are there two arrows that come out?
No, he pulls. Yeah, he's my teammate last year, a good friend of mine.
Shoots one arrow. I like
yeah,
that.
he did that all the time last year. We actually came up with it one day at practice.
That's awesome.
We were looking for celebrations for the guys who always hit. It was him, Jutras, Rivera, and Castro who really had the celebrations. But Sweeney 7-2 here. Logue comes in with 2 ducks.
Yeah, quack, quack. Come home to mama. That's what we're looking for. Now, he had a brother on Memorial, correct?
Colin Logue, yes.
I saw that on the pregame notes.
Fortunately, Colin wasn't able to play the rest of the season. But, you know, good to see the brothers playing in the same league like last year when Griffin was pitching to Colin in the Central versus Memorial game. And he will take his 3rd straight walk.
Now the bases are juiced. And it's
I think that was another 4-pitch walk for him.
Yeah, he's having a little issue with the strike zone, maybe fatigued, you know, but there's nowhere for him to go.
Everybody knows what Berube did last time, got that big 2 RBI triple, and with 1 out and the bases juiced, he knows exactly what he's looking to do.
Yeah, just like Wall did, he pulled it down the line, him being a lefty this time. You know, put it right over the head of Lampert.
Berube hit a big swing on that one.
Here we go.
Really shifted there as Smith. Wow,
nice
what
throw.
A throw.
Yeah, that'll do it.
That was a frozen rope, a little high, but Marcoux wouldn't have beat that out.
That'll learn.
I don't think so.
That'll learn you. You know, you show them what you got, and then next time they don't run.
Yeah, I mean, Marcoux just stayed put right there, and Canny, who is 2 for 3. Oh, no, 2 for 2 because the error. We charged the E6 for his second at-bat, so he's got 2 singles and then reached on the error. So he's gotten on every single at-bat.
Yeah, his last hit was just very impressive. Just a shot. It looked like Pete Rose hit it. Actually, it reminded me of Ichiro a little bit, the way he kind of just
that kind of
slapped
looked like a slap hit. Yeah.
Yeah, a lefty slap hit. Yeah.
Strike 1 there. Count moves to 1-1, but a tough spot here for Voveris as he gets that second out, but he comes and faces a hot hitter here in Canny.
You could expect the lights to be coming on pretty soon.
Yeah, I would think that
Surprised
within the
they're
next
not.
half hour, they'll be on.
I would probably expect them to be on at this point, but with the gray skies and all.
Canny fouls that one straight back, and 2's all over the board again with the 2-2 count and 2 down.
Yeah, he's a tough out. You know, he gets a lot of contact. You can tell that he gets the bat on the ball no matter what. So, good luck striking him out.
Yeah, we haven't seen him strike out today. Fouls. That'll be
until
foul.
I say
yeah.
something, of course.
I didn't hear.
I could say anything, and the opposite
Yeah.
will happen.
You could say that it's gonna rain, and all of a sudden it becomes sunny.
Yeah, it's a guarantee.
Announcer's curse. But the 2-2 from Voveris is hit,
nice
and
job.
Canny is 3 for 3. Marcoux scores.
Wow.
Wall will be stopped right there, but wow, Ben Canny is having himself a day.
He is. He got thrown out twice. He's 3 for 3. He's having a great game for sure. No, but in all honesty, like that was just a solid hit. That's what you want. That's what you're looking for as a coach. You know, you got the goods.
Back to the top of the lineup here with Ethan May, but not before coach goes out for a mound visit with Voveris, and I don't think at this point a pitching change is necessary. But I thought he was going to take the ball from him, but maybe not. I mean, with 2 down at the bottom of the 6th inning, he is going to go with the pitching change. It'll be Bowden Smith coming in here as Coach Linehan does think that a pitching change is necessary, so disagrees with me.
Yeah, one of the most nonchalant coaches I've seen in a while.
Yeah,
He's just having a fun time.
Yeah. Haven't seen much emotion, but
So
Bowden Smith is going to come in here to try to stop the bleeding. It looks like he might have to go either get rid of the glasses or get a different glove or
probably grab another
something
mitt
here.
Yeah. Get the sandpaper out of it.
Yeah. Face a good hitter here. Ethan May having a little bit of a tough day. He's flown out, reached on an error, and struck out. But with 2 down, all he's got to do is just get 1 out. Get him out of it.
What a great piece of hitting, though. I got to say, Canny just, he's coming through. He's getting RBIs. He must have a few RBIs today. And
I think that was his third. Or second or third, one of the two.
And I got to, if it wasn't for Palmaden having a great pitching game, I would have to give him right in the running for player of the game there.
He is still in the running. I mean, you got a couple of guys. You've got Wall, you've got Palmaden, and you've got Canny. So it's going to be a tough decision, but we'll discuss that after this third out is made.
Yeah, definitely thin bodies here, like what are you going to do? I mean,
Voveris gets sent right back out to center field.
If you're coach, you have to assume, you have to live like you're playing a second game, right?
Yeah.
So you have to coach like you're playing a second game. So you have to preserve arms. He has to have a pitcher slated for next game.
Well, Bowden Smith is a pitcher. He pitched for the Bulldogs this year, so I believe that he'll throw less than 20 pitches in this game, most likely. I wouldn't be surprised if this is just warm-up to start the next game, if I'm being honest. Because coaches do that a lot.
He definitely throws hard, huh?
Yeah.
Definitely impressive there.
We saw him pitch against Central. He was one that saved that game for him, came in under pressure.
So is this a good time for my trivia question here?
As long as it's not math.
No, it's not math. Don't worry. There's be no reductions. So Sweeney Post is the only Manchester team currently. They used to have Jutris,
Yep.
Post 79, and Sweeney, but Sweeney Post is the last remaining. The most winning team in the state, if you didn't know that. So when is the last time Sweeney Post won a state championship?
That's a tough one. Were you on the team?
No, I was not. And
Okay.
I'll give you a clue. It is in the 2000s.
Okay.
So it's not like, 1945.
Yeah, like
Although
one of your trivia questions. I think it was the last time Dover made the state championship. It was in the 1940s.
So we'll sit on that one. And side note, in 1977 to 1982, they won 6 straight championships.
Wow.
So congratulations on that.
Any notable players play for those teams? I mean, I know Manchester's had a couple of MLB guys. I'm wondering if any of them played for those teams because 6 straight years is pretty good.
Yeah, Lambert, who was in the pros, played for them.
Chris Lambert.
Yep, played for the Orioles recently.
And Cardinals.
Yep. He was on the team, and that would be my notable player.
Yeah, MLB player, so definitely a notable one. Is Smith in here to face Ethan May?
Definitely throwing about mid-80s, I'd say.
Base is still juiced here with 2 outs, so really comes into a tough spot.
Yeah, unable to get a strike on both pitches, but he'll figure it out, I'm sure. Coming in a big spot, though. That's a tough situation.
Outside, so ball 3 with the throw back from Fox.
Fox, again, made a great play right there. Put her a backhanded catch to save the run there. So, very impressive with her backstop capabilities.
Smith in a tough spot here, 3-0.
Yeah, green light.
Nowhere to put May. Bounces in
there
there,
so
first batter is walked, and this will be an 8-2 ball game.
Canny,
maybe 9-2 as Logue is really aggressive. Whoa,
hard in the paint.
What are we doing here?
Did you see him coming hard from third?
Yeah, he was going. I mean, everybody knew he was going. Ethan May took a turn to head to second, but
yeah, he's not happy about it. He might think it's a little showmanship, but no, it's just good hustle. And I'm gonna have to I'm doing it. I'm giving him a
Wow,
Kyle
so
point. I'm giving him a Kyle point.
10-2.
Yeah.
Wow.
So here comes a little, coach is like, I don't like, the way that you handled that, but it's okay. It's okay. We'll move on. He came hard, right?
Yeah.
It's a fair ball.
That
to
wasn't
do it, though.
Canny that scored, though. That was Logue.
Yeah. So Logue, you know what happened? He saw the fact that it was an out or a walk, right?
Yep. Ball got by
Wall
Fox.
comes in slow. Fox is kind of not giving it the most effort because she thinks it's just going to be one pitch, one by him.
What do we have here? More warm-up pitches?
He might have got dinged up a little bit on the play.
Well, it looks like he's throwing fine to me. What?
But that's standard. Like, you can take a few extras if the umpire deems it a potential injury to see.
Got a couple in there. Now we'll face Plamondon with runners on first and second.
Maybe a bit of overcoaching there, but
yeah. Smith deals to his second batter. Good block there by Fox.
It's going to be hard, when you're used to you start out at all the spectrums of the miles per hour. You start out with someone that's pitching, 50, 60, and now you got someone throwing almost 90.
Yeah.
It's going to be hard as a catcher to adjust to that.
Plamondon,
What
good
a
play by O'Connor.
Big ups, huh?
Big ups, but we will go to the top of the seventh inning, the last chance, I believe, for Bedford to get big number 8 runs, but it is doable. We have seen comebacks like that before, but Bedford will have one last shot with Blaine, Bergeron, and Chardonnay here when we return for the top of the seventh inning. Top of the seventh here from Gill Stadium. Andrew Arndt, Michael Gonzalez joining you for the potential last inning here of this first game of the doubleheader, and right now it looks promising that we're going to get that second one in.
That was a great inning for Sweeney Post right there. Just that. I keep thinking about that play that Logue made, coming for second on a pass ball.
Yeah.
Saying, don't forget about me. Here I come, hard and sliding.
Great play there. I think I do have an answer to your trivia question there.
Okay, bring it on.
I'm going to go with 2009.
2009 is a good guess. I got to look. 2009 would be Londonderry. Boy, Londonderry just runs the table, huh? In baseball, they're good.
Castro is going to bring this one in, and Blaine will be set down.
2007, Sweeney Post won the state championship. Won it 2 years before that as well. And then, so they've won 2002, 2005, 2007. They're a force in the state for sure.
Man, so 2 years off.
Yeah, but Rochester has been the team to beat lately as they've won 4 out of the last 5 championships, and Portsmouth won last year.
Wow.
So Portsmouth has always been a decent team.
Portsmouth had some great bats last year.
Yeah, and of course, 2020, there was no winner due to COVID. Well, I guess there was a champion. Who's COVID-19? I don't know. Good one.
Sweeney.
I'm a dad. I can make these jokes.
As Bergeron is going to float that one, but too far foul.
And again, keeps the bat with him just in case. A little Pedro Serrano tribute right there.
Serrano, great fastball hitter. Can't hit anything else, but...
Now, have you swung a wooden bat?
Yeah, all the time.
It's heavy, right?
It is heavier.
Heavier, I assume, right?
Yep, it is. It is absolutely heavier. And then some are made specifically top heavy so that barrel is heavy, but the...
Like a driver in
handle,
golf or something.
exactly.
Yeah.
The handle is nice and light. So that's really how some people get their best hits, is they got a top-heavy bat that the barrel kind of just comes right into the zone exactly where they want it.
Babe Ruth swung a 50-ounce bat.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
That's insane. Oh, gets by Berube. Logue's going to dive.
No way.
He won't throw.
I thought he was going to make a play.
I thought he was too. That'll be an infield hit for Connor Bergeron as Chardonnay comes to the plate 0 for 3 with a flyout and grounded out twice.
Yeah. And, some players just give complete effort, and that would be Logue right there. Gives complete effort.
Yeah, I mean, it got through Berube, slowed down quite a bit. If it was grass, it would have just been dead.
Nice snag by Wall.
Great pick there by Wall.
Wow, how'd that happen? That was a great instinct.
He's a great catcher. That's
That's amazing. On a lefty hitter, too. Like, you got a shield.
Here's a fun fact about Wall. He actually won the Rocket League championship. So do you got any idea what Rocket League is?
That would be a Nintendo game, right?
It is a PlayStation and Xbox game, and he plays for the esports team at SNHU. So
that's cool.
Quite the gamer.
So that would be hand-eye coordination right there.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's part of why he's such a good hitter.
Good pickoff move, just no one home.
Yeah, Rivera's kind of like, what are you doing? It's 10-2. I could just tell by his hands up and the smile on his face. He's just kind of like, what?
But
what
he had him.
doing?
He had him.
Yeah.
Now, Berube needs to just kind of, you just mentioned it's 10-2. Wouldn't it just kind of getting the bat on the ball be the plan here? Getting a pop-up, getting a ground or something. You don't want to create more base runners. You don't want to give them any hope,
Count moves to 3-1 here.
You want to shut it down while you can.
Yep.
And if that means just lobbing it, see what you can do.
Double play depth here for Sweeney, but Chardonnay will take a walk.
Risky move heading down the first early. A lot of umpires will bring you back.
Yep.
But that does create more opportunity for a force out, and I don't see anyone warming up. I think it's Berube's game here from here.
Yep. Jake Oster digging in for the fourth time today. He's 1 for 1, 2 walks in the base hit. So pretty good game for him aside from the plate, little tough in the field. He's made 2 throwing errors, but has pretty much made up for it at the plate.
Looks like he's leaving it high. That's a sign of fatigue.
Yeah. Not finishing is what that is.
Yeah.
Oster pops that one up. Castro and Wall chase. Wall lays out and is unable to bring that one in, but a great effort.
Great hustle by Wall right there. I love it. Gets a pat in the back from the umpire. And that's what it's about, guys.
Yeah, I mean.
That's just fun to see.
Why not? Strike one there for Oster, so count will move to 1-1.
That was awesome. It looks like he spilled a lot of his sunflower seeds on the ground there, but it happens.
1-1 from Berube with 2 on is
no ring.
Taken inside for ball 2.
Yeah, it's a good time to tighten up the strike zone, I'd say.
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah, definitely. Keep the first one rolling as long as possible.
Yeah. We are getting close on 7 o'clock. I believe Oster sends that one through shortstop. Runner will be stopped at third.
Well,
as they're juiced with 1 down.
If they don't clot this blood bleeding right now, it could get scary. They're hitting the ball well. What are you going to do about it? They're putting the ball in play, and it was.
Man, I misspoke. 7-12 right now. So. Man, you got to wonder what time this next one's going to get going at. But O'Connor digs in. Good day so far as he drives that one. May giving chase. This will at least score a run. May back on it, makes the catch. Everybody on the move except the runner from first.
That's a great play.
Bergeron will score. It is a great play. Rivera cuts it and holds him to 1 run.
Great play into the slide. Gets up and delivers a strike to Rivera. Hits the cutoff. I love it when people hit the cutoff. And, they'll trade that all day long. They would do that any day.
Oh, yeah. Trade a big out for a run.
Yeah.
They got plenty of breathing room here. So with 2 down, 10-3 Sweeney now as Maggie Fox will step in for the 4th time today. 1 for 2, 2 flyouts, and the free pass.
Yeah. Getting the bat on the ball. And, he's got that walk and 4-pitch walk, I think, last time.
Berube set to deliver here. He's just kind of throwing the ball nonchalant here.
Yeah, I mean.
He's not doing his normal windup. He's not going all the way back. He's kind of just throwing it in there.
They always say don't aim, but sometimes you just got to aim.
Yeah. 0-1 from Berube. Runner on
Another
the move.
snag.
No throw there. Another good backhanded play by Wall.
Wall might be a player of the game, too, with those 2 doubles, the arrows, the picks.
Yeah, I think we got to
We're
I
gonna
think
have
it's
to make
him
a
and
decision.
Plamondon.
Yeah, I mean, how do you go against 3 for 32? It's tough to tell.
Fox pops that one up. Wall giving chase. Full effort there, but it bounces into the dugout.
Well, if he makes that catch, he's got my vote.
Yeah, good effort again. No dive there, but
He's cashed. He's tired.
yeah.
What a great job, though. And those backhand picks, like, it's so hard being a catcher. This is a humid day, too.
Yep.
Get to hydrate.
Doesn't look like it, but
It's not fun being a catcher. I tried it.
yeah, so did I. It's not very fun. I'm not gonna lie. One of the hardest positions in all of sports.
Absolutely. Probably that and what? Left tackle?
Yeah. I mean, that and I think like hockey, lacrosse, and soccer goalie would be. Catcher, goalie, and
Oh, nice
quarterback,
hit.
I think, is that one is hit right at Logue. Throws over to Rivera, made that a heck of a lot harder. Oh, she's safe.
I don't
Wow.
know about that. It seems like
I don't think so.
It seems like he got his foot on the bag just long
Wow.
enough, but umpire says says it otherwise. That would be Webster there in the field, and Bedford lives to see another day.
Yeah. E4 there.
Good hit though. I mean, really good contact, and but
So the truck just told us Sweeney beat Bedford. Monday was 13-6 in the combined runs. 23-9
wow,
were
nice.
the combined runs.
So Sweeney,
Which is now 10 because Bedford just scored their fourth one to make it 10-4.
it's nice, if we could get behind this team and they could get some wins together, that'd be great.
Right.
Makes it more interesting for sure.
Steele Lampert is the hitter at the plate now, grinding that one foul. Down 0-2, so tough spot to be in for him.
Yeah, going fastball high, KO.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, then it's going to be downstairs and away. So the 0-2 from
Ooh.
Berube reaches out to that one's going to make Plamondon make the play. Guns it over to Rivera for the final out. And that'll do it on game number 1. Sweeney defeats Bedford by a score of 10-4.
We think.
We'll stay
Yeah, it looks like that's going to call it.
tuned here.
So they
I
did.
mean,
This
this will be it.
That's a good job by Sweeney taking game 1, and that's always nice going into game 2 when you have that leverage. Like if I lose, it's not a big deal.
No handshake line, so
Yeah, they're going to go take a
All
break,
right.
eat a ham sandwich, and come back for game 2.
yeah, it was a pretty good game. I mean, I think we've got to give the player of the game to both Plamondon and Andrew Wall.
Duel?
Duel.
All right, I'll go with that.
I mean, it's the only fair thing. So we will take a short break, but we'll be back for game number 2 in just a little while here from Gill Stadium. But for game number 1, for Andrew Arndt, Michael Gonzalez, and everybody behind the scenes at Manchester Public Television, we'll be right back for game number 2. Thank you for watching, everybody.